Asemeshi Ryu teaches two additional Ryuha styles, Muhi-ryu Iaijutsu and Shinkaki-ryu Hoganha. In Seki Sensei's online lessons, you will learn 8 basic seated techniques from Muhi-ryu Iaijutsu. Even though these are considered basic techniques, they're actually quite difficult. Beginners might be surprised by how challenging they are. So today, Seki Sensei, the 22nd headmaster of Kobudo Asemeshi Ryu, which has 4 years of history, will demonstrate and explain the 8 basic Muhi-ryu sitting Iaijutsu kata. These 8 kata are required for the online second dan exam, so please be sure to watch both part 1 and part 2 multiple times to fully understand the important points. By the way, tickets for the 3-day training camp in Japan held by Seki Sensei and Let's Ask Shogo are now on sale. Check out our Patreon page for more information. This is a kata called Senden.
これ手筋は抜刀基本の位置の像と同じです。ただ相手が立ってくるので切る位置がそこじゃないということ。こうなる。ね。こうなる。ね。
The opponent tries to attack your head, but you quickly draw and cut horizontally at the waist. After the cut, your left hand must bring the saya back to the center of your body, and your right arm should be slightly bent with the tip pointing inward towards the opponent. After half a breath, bring your katana to your chest. The movements after that are the same as the first 3 kata we introduced in part 1. This draw attack movement is exactly the same as the Batto Kihon's Ichinodo, which we always practice at the beginning of every online lesson. However, since you are seated and the opponent is standing, the cut is not at the Ichinodo position, but at the Ryoguruma. Beginners often perform the draw attack incorrectly.
これこそね、塚が外れるんですよ。右手で抜くとね、こっち行くとか、こっち行っちゃうとかね。でこっち行ってピッてやって当たらない人いるんですよね。終わる位置にね、こう行っちゃうのね。こう行っちゃうのね。こう行っちゃうのね。これはあくまでここですからね。ここ行くわけですから。ここ行くわけですから。それがこうなるだけですから。
The opponent is standing in front of you, and the draw attack must reach their waist. This means you must keep the tsukagashira at the center as you draw. Right when the katana's tip leaves the saya, it should be shot forward toward the opponent. You move your right hand to the right just enough to prevent the katana from getting stuck in the opponent's body, and also to prepare for another action if needed. This is a kata called Senden Ver.2. Senden and Jinpu that we introduced in part 1 both have a second version, where you add an extra swing down to the initial attack. After the horizontal cut, move your left knee to the side of your right heel as you swing back. Then bring your right foot forward and swing the katana flat, parallel to the ground. In version 2, you don't bring the katana to your chest or perform the long hakama kick. Instead, bring your right hand straight under your right shoulder and position the monouchi of the blade near your shin for zanshin. The standing version is almost identical to the Ichinodo's moving version, except for the last movement. How you raise your katana is important.
抜きつけてから
はい。
膝を寄っていくね。その時の振りかぶりのコース。これ抜刀基本の1の道で説明した通りね。受け流しのコースをいけなきゃいけない。こう来てこんな風にかぶっちゃいけないというか。こう来てこんな風にかぶっちゃいけないというか。相手の太刀が上にありますから、このコースをかぶっていかないとね。このコースをかぶっていかないとね。でここで初めてセンターに来るわけ。
Even after their waist is cut, the opponent might still try to swing their katana down forcefully. That's why, as you raise your katana, you bring your right hand over your right shoulder, ready to parry the attack if needed. The katana comes to the center when your left hand holds the tsuka. This is a kata called Sayū-giri.
相手が頭上に
はい。
抜き上げるのを見て囲うわけです。囲うわけです。で構わず振り下ろしてくるところをこう。でこっからはいここまで。
The opponent tries to attack your head. We bring your right hand over your right shoulder into a parrying position. Then quickly cut the opponent's body at a kesa angle, and immediately turn the blade to cut their knee horizontally. In the standing version, you cut the body at a kesa angle, and then cut the waist horizontally. Although this is the version 1 of Sayū-giri, the zanshin after the attacks is the same as the version 2 in Jinpu and Senden. There are 4 important points to remember to perform this kata correctly.
まず右肩の上ってことね。ここへ来ないってこと。でここからこう切るわけですよね。で切ったらね剣線がねこっちまで行く人いるのね。でこれは手を組むからなんです。刀龍の右手を支点にってのをやるとここで止まります。刀龍の右手を支点にってのをやるとここで止まります。技が手先にならないようにしなきゃいけない。腰で切るということ。こう腰で切るということ。こう手でやんない。こうやってこれも振り抜いちゃう人いるのね。こう来てこうやっちゃう人いる。こう来てこうやっちゃう人いる。これもダメ。ここまで。
First, just like in Senden version 2, you must bring your right hand over your right shoulder to protect your head. Second, when you turn your katana, don't cross your wrists. Use your right hand as the pivot to rotate the tsuka in your hand. Third, when you swing your katana horizontally, don't just use your arms, use your waist too. Move your back foot about 90 degrees. Lastly, don't swing all the way to the right. Keep the tip of the katana pointed forward toward the opponent. This is a kata called Sayū-giri Ver.2.
今度はねこういうふうに敵が2人いるんです。
敵が2体について。
はい。1と同じタイミングでこっちの人わずかに早く来るんですね。こっちの人のやることにつられてこっちが動くということ。それぐらいの時間差が。それでこうでこっちへ来いね。でこれを切る。ただ今度はここまで巡る必要がある。ただ今度はここまで巡る必要がある。でこの時に左膝の軸でこう動く。それでセンターに直って斬新。
There are 2 opponents positioned diagonally forward to your left and right, forming a V shape. The opponent on the left tries to attack you first, so you block their attack and cut their body at a kesa angle. The opponent on the right will attack immediately after, so you quickly rotate your body with your waist and cut their knee horizontally. The important points to perform this kata correctly are almost the same as version 1. However, remember there are now 2 opponents in different positions. In the standing version, instead of swinging all the way from left to right, you should rotate your body on the axis of your right foot.
So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. やっぱり座りですよね。正座の状態で大刀を指してやるのは現実的じゃなかったんじゃないかみたいなお話が前もね動画でさせていただいたかなと思うんですけれども、実際やっぱりこれも稽古のためであると。で本当に大刀を指して正座の姿勢から実際に技をやるっていうのは相当難易度が高い。立ってればなんとかできるかなっていうものがいきなりできなくなりますし、意識もなくなってしまったりとかっていうところもありますし、自分がすごく窮屈なところがやらないといけないので焦ってしまったり力んでしまったりっていうところが顕著に出てしまうので、これやっぱりすごく難しい技だなっていうふうに思っています。
The samurai would never keep their katana on their waist and sit with their legs folded in daily life, but they would do this in their training. This is because handling a katana from a seated position is much more difficult, and it helps improve your skills. Seki Sensei said that to perform seated kata correctly, you need greater precision in techniques like the flexibility of your right hand, the timing and amount of the saya pull, and footwork. You must practice seated kata thoroughly until it feels natural, as if handcuffs have been removed, allowing you to perform the standing kata with the same freedom.
Everyone, if you enjoyed watching this video, please hit the like button. If you have any questions about our Muhiru Yaijutsu, please let us know in the comments. And our ultimate goal is to revive the golden age of SMH when we had 7,000 students nationwide. If you'd like to help us on this journey, it'd be great if you check out our online lessons through our Patreon page. Everyone, thank you very much for watching this video. Interested in learning katana skills from 22nd Headmaster of Kobudo SMH Seki Sensei? We hold the best online lessons with perfect English interpretation than anyone can access worldwide. Every lesson will be recorded for you to rewatch anytime, and official down ranks will be provided to prove your progress. Higher down rank holders will also be authorized to open their own dojo in the future. Join us in our ultimate dream of reviving the golden age of Asahi Shinryu, when there were 7,000 students of the style. Check out the description box or pinned comment to sign up now and for more information.